Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's me Tina, and today I'd like to share with you tips on how to conduct an effective free demo class. So if you're new to my channel, please do not forget to click the like and subscribe button below, and also the notification bell so that you'll be notified once I upload a new video. Okay? So let's begin. So if you're an English teacher, you know how important it is to conduct a free demo class, okay? Because this is your way of getting students, okay? This is also one way of marketing yourself effectively, all right? So anyway, for our vlog today, I have prepared notes, okay? So that I will not forget anything. So let's begin. So first of all, what is a free demo? So ano nga ba yon, right? So I've received a lot of questions before from my friends or colleagues on how I was able to get my own students, because I've been teaching English for almost 13 years and I have been doing my own lessons. So I mean, I have my own private students. So I tried to market myself by creating a lot of advertisement using social media. So I promote myself using social media. So that's how it all started. But at the same time, of course, I have to make sure that I can give a good lesson. So that's where the free demo lessons comes in, okay? So what is a free demo class? So a free demo class is a short demonstration of your lesson. So if you're an English teacher and you want to get a lot of students, so you have to make sure that you will be able to give a quality class to your students, prospect students, okay? So hindi pwede yung hindi mo siya pinaghandaan, or hindi pwede yung iniisip mo na since it's a free class, so you can just deliver anything na hindi ka naghanda or you did not prepare at all. So my tip is that always treat your free demo class as an actual class, okay? So even though it's a free class, so you have to be able to deliver the class perfectly, okay? Kasi ayan din yung way para makakuha ka ng maraming estudyante. Alright? So gaano ba dapat kahaba ang free demo class? It actually depends on you guys. Ako personally, I have 15 minutes demo lesson and 25 or 30 minutes demo lesson. So it depends on the free time of the student. Ang pinakamaikli na free demo lesson ko is 10 minutes, okay? So 10 to 15 minutes. And ang importante lang dyan is that during the time that you are having your free demo class is that you will be able to deliver an excellent lesson. So yan lang ang tip ko sa inyo. Kasi it's make or break, as they say. It's either you make it and makuha mo yung estudyante or hindi. So what to do before the class? So before the class, make sure that you prepare. So prepare your teaching materials and choose an appropriate lesson for your student. So if it's a kid, if you need props, then prepare one, okay? So you need to be able to give an appropriate lesson to your prospect students. So that's the tip number 1 before the lesson, okay? What else? So you need to look presentable. So that's number 2. So dress properly and wear light makeup. Okay? So because most of the time the lesson is a video class, so your student can see your face. So it's important that you look nice and presentable. Okay? And so what else? So I think that's the most important thing. You have to be ready before the class, okay? So now let's discuss during the class. Okay, this is interesting. So number 1, greeting. So greet and smile. So it's important that you greet your student. So say hi, good morning. And of course, introduce yourself. So you can say, "Hi, good morning. It's me, Teacher Tina. How are you today?" So that's just an example greeting, okay? And smiling is very important, of course, especially when you're teaching kids, okay? They want to see a happy teacher or yung hindi nakakatakot na teacher. Kasi most of the time, the students can be really, really shy, especially pag kids. So you need to be able to get their attention as well. So make sure that you smile, and the tone of the voice is also very important, okay? So that's number 1 during the class, okay? Number 2, I already mentioned number 2 is, introduce yourself properly, okay? And after introducing yourself, of course, you need to ask your student what is his or her name, and give her a chance to introduce herself properly as well. And during the entire class, this is important, you have to mention the name of your student from time to time, okay? So you need to address your student properly, okay? Next, number 3. So aside from getting to know your student during the demo lesson, ask the student the reason why he or she wants to learn English, okay? Why is it important? It is important because you will be able to give an appropriate lesson in case na mag-enroll siya sa'yo. You can create an appropriate curriculum for him or her. So mahalaga kasi yon. You need to know or understand the reason why the student wants to learn English, so that you can create a good lesson for him or her, okay? So yung mga proper specific parang personalized class, okay? So it is important na alam mo kung bakit siya nag-aaral, so that you can give him the correct lesson material, okay? Or so that you can teach him properly and help him or her improve her skills in English. So you need to know the need for you to be able to provide or give it to the student, okay? So number 4, start the lesson, okay? So you have to ask or give the student the topic. So you cannot ask because it's your first time to meet, so definitely you will be the one to provide the topic for the lesson, for the demo class, okay? So in my case, it depends on you what topic you want, okay? But in my case, if it's the first class and if it's a demo class, normally I would give a topic about getting to know you, because it's important that you get to know your students, okay? So somehow it will give you an idea on the type of lesson that you can give your student, or you will be able to know his or her interest, okay? So start the lesson, give the topic, and talk slowly if you must. So your pacing during the class is very important, okay? So you need to make sure that you are following proper pacing, okay? If you feel like you're talking too fast, try to slow down, okay? So kailangan masabayan mo yung estudyante, kasi pag mabilis, baka mamaya hindi ka na pala niya naiintindihan. Alright? Tip number 5, be engaging. So what do I mean when I say be engaging? So make sure that the class is fun and interesting, okay? So pag nag-enjoy yung estudyante, most likely mag-e-enroll yan. So mahalaga na hindi ka lang nagtuturo, at the same time interesting yung topic mo, at meron kang mga activities, kung kids yan, activities that's really fun for the student. Kung hindi naman, ang mahalaga is that you're able to make your student participate in class and enjoy the class, okay? So what is the next tip? Number 6. Do not be afraid to give corrections and suggestions during the class, okay? So just like what I said earlier, treat it like an actual class. So if you give your corrections and suggestions properly, then most likely mararamdaman ng estudyante na pag nag-aral sila sa'yo, hindi sayang yung ibabayad nila because you're actually teaching them. Okay? So somehow it will also give them an idea on how you teach and how effective you are as a teacher. Okay? Alright, so if you give corrections and suggestions, of course, you have to make sure that you also give new words and phrases to your students. Okay? It is important during the demo lesson that they learn something from you. So remember that. New words, new phrases, and if your student can handle idioms, give an idiom. Okay? And what else? So make sure that you are teaching. That's what I meant, okay, to say. So it's not just giving corrections and suggestions, giving you words and phrases or idioms. Make sure that you are actually teaching, okay? So make it worthwhile. Make the class worthwhile, all right? What else? Oh, number 7, allow your students to speak. Okay, so allow your students to speak and express himself or herself freely during the class. Okay, so if beginner naman yung estudyante, so definitely the student cannot express himself or herself, then try to come up with a lesson wherein the student will be able to speak. Like, for example, shadowing, reading something and allowing the student to repeat what you're saying, okay? Mahalaga kasi na nakakapag-express na ng sarili niya yung estudyante during the free demo, okay? So, try your best to allow the student to speak in class, okay? What else? Patience. So, patience is important. So be patient, especially if you're teaching a beginner or especially if bata yung tinuturuan mo. Okay? You will know your student's level here sa part na to. So, during the class, definitely you will be able to know your student's level. So, make sure that you are patient enough to understand your student. Okay? Number 9. Consider the student's age. So just like what I mentioned a while ago, if it's a kid, then definitely you need to be able to provide an appropriate lesson for a kid. And if it's an adult or an advanced beginner, or if you're talking to a businessman and he wants to learn business English, make sure that you provide the correct lesson and appropriate attitude. Okay? What else? Oh, be ready. So this is number 10. Be ready to answer questions. Okay? So be ready to answer questions. So it's really important that you are prepared before the class. Now, may mga cases wherein suddenly a student asks a question and you really don't know the answer. Then do not pretend to know. Okay? You can always tell the students, okay, I need to check on that so that I can give you the correct answer. So make Google your best friend, okay? In my case, I have Google and I make sure that I am ready to provide information to my students in case there's a question that I'm not familiar with, okay? Hindi naman masama yun eh. It's better to give correct information rather than giving an incorrect information to your students. So make Google your best friend, okay? So what else? Oh, this is also very important, okay? Number 11, if I'm not mistaken, 11 na tayo, no? Give compliments to your student if necessary, okay? So, give praises, okay, to your student. If the student answered, give a correct answer during your discussion, you can say, oh, that's nice, good job. Alright, it's important that you give them praises, but not too much, okay? Do not overdo it, okay? And what else? Make sure you end your class properly. So that's the last tip for today, okay? End the class properly and say goodbye properly to your students and allow them to say goodbye to you properly as well. So you can say, thank you for your interest in my class. Thank you for joining my class. I really enjoyed our lesson today. Something like that, okay? Now, after the class, so you end your demo lesson, you tell your student that's the end of the demo lesson. So what will you do? So this is the discussion, where the discussion part comes in. So this is where you will find out if the student will study with you. So if it's a kid, then the parents will be the one to decide. Okay, if it's an adult, then you can have the discussion about what he thinks about your class. You can also ask for feedbacks because it will help you improve as well. And you need to be able to respect your student, okay? So for example, if the student says I need to think about it first, then give your students a chance to think about it, okay? So just make sure that you are available to answer them once they are ready to study or enroll with you. So just make sure, guys, that the student can contact you after the free demo lesson, okay? So give your email address, let them know that you're available in Skype or whatever communication tools that you're using, okay? And what else? So I hope that I was able to provide you good tips for today that will help you in getting more students as an English teacher. And so please do not forget to click the like and subscribe button below. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. And remember, during free demo class, treat your demo class like an actual class and make sure that you give an effective lesson to your student or an excellent class. Okay? Goodbye!